Welcome to today's tutorial. We will be covering 50 exam practice questions from the planning performance domain. Before we begin, please like and subscribe. This will help out this channel a lot and allow us to continue producing more exam practice questions like these for you. After I read out each question to you, I'll pause for a few seconds for you to come up with the answer. Okay, let's start. Question 1. You are planning a new infrastructure project that involves multiple stakeholders with varying interests. To ensure all expectations are aligned and documented, which planning tool should you primarily use? A risk register. B. Stakeholder engagement plan. C. Communications management plan. D. Scope management plan. Correct answer B. Explanation: the stakeholder engagement plan option B is crucial for documenting how the project will engage with and manage expectations of various stakeholders. This plan helps in identifying stakeholder needs, interests, and their influence on the project, ensuring that all parties are appropriately engaged throughout the project lifecycle. Question 2. When establishing the project schedule for a complex software development project, which of the following factors must be considered? Select 2. A software testing phases. B. Marketing launch dates. C. Historical information on similar projects. D. Procurement for office supplies. Correct answers A, C. Explanation: software testing phases are crucial in software development and must be integrated into the project schedule to ensure all functionalities are tested before deployment. Historical information on similar projects provides valuable insights into potential risks, duration estimates, and best practices, which are essential for accurate scheduling. Question 3. Fill in the blank. To ensure that the project's objectives align with the organizational goals, the project manager should update the blank document, which provides a detailed description of what the project is supposed to achieve. Correct answer: Project Charter. Explanation: the project charter is a key document that outlines the initial scope, objectives, and stakeholders of a project. It ensures that the project aligns with the broader goals of the organization and provides a roadmap for achieving these goals. Question 4. In a project involving the construction of a new green building, the project manager needs to balance cost, scope, and sustainability practices. Which planning process should be prioritized to effectively manage these competing project constraints? A cost management plan. B. Environmental impact analysis. C. Scope baseline development. D. Quality management plan. Correct answer C. Explanation: scope baseline development option C is crucial as it clearly defines what is included and excluded from the project, providing a basis for making decisions that affect project cost, scope, and sustainability practices. It ensures that all project deliverables meet the defined objectives while adhering to budgetary and environmental constraints. Question 5. Which of the following should be included in the risk management plan of a project aimed at launching a new line of electric vehicles? Select 2. An assessment of regulatory changes. B. List of project team holidays. C. Technology failure mitigation strategies. D. Supplier contract details. Correct answers A, C. Explanation: assessment of regulatory changes is critical in industries like automotive, where legal compliance affects many aspects of design and production. Technology failure mitigation strategies are essential for a project involving innovative technologies such as electric vehicles to ensure reliability and safety. Question 6. You are tasked with updating the project management plan for a project that has expanded its scope significantly due to client requests. Which section of the plan should be the focus of your first update? A, schedule management. B, cost management. C, change management. D, scope management. Correct answer D. Explanation: scope management option D should be updated first to reflect the expanded project scope. Accurate scope definition is foundational to effective project management, influencing all other aspects of the plan, including scheduling, cost, and change management. Question 7. You are managing a global project to develop a medical device. This project is subject to multiple international regulations and clinical testing phases. To manage this complexity, which components of the project plan must be detailed and robustly developed to ensure compliance and effective execution? Select 2. A quality management plan. B, communications management plan. C, procurement management plan. D, stakeholder engagement plan. Correct answers A, C. Explanation: the quality management plan is critical as it ensures that the medical device meets all required standards and passes clinical tests, which are crucial for regulatory approval. The procurement management plan is also essential because it involves the acquisition of high quality components and services that must meet regulatory standards across different regions, impacting the project's success and compliance. Question 8. Fill in the blank. In planning a project to restore a historical site, the discovery of ancient artifacts requires an adjustment to the project's risk management strategy. This situation calls for a revision in the blank analysis, a section of the risk management plan to evaluate how these findings could impact project timelines, costs, and public interest. Correct answer: impact. Explanation: the impact analysis helps the project team understand the potential effects of newly discovered artifacts on the project's scope, timeline, and costs. This analysis is crucial for developing strategies to mitigate any negative consequences while leveraging opportunities for enhanced public engagement and funding due to the artifact's historical significance. Question 9. Which tool or technique is essential during the planning phase to ensure that the project's objectives are measurable and time-bound? A SWOT analysis. B, SMART criteria. C, critical path method. D, earned value management. Correct answer B. Explanation: SMART criteria option B, which stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, is crucial in the planning phase to ensure that project objectives are clearly defined and achievable within a specified time frame. This helps in setting clear, actionable goals that can be systematically tracked and achieved. Question 10. Fill in the blank. In a project to develop a new software tool, the project manager decides to use the blank to visually represent the flow of activities and their sequential order, helping to identify critical milestones and potential scheduling conflicts. Correct answer: Gantt chart. Explanation: a Gantt chart is a valuable project management tool used to chart activities, tasks, or events against time. On the chart, one axis features the time interval, while the other lists the project activities. It provides a visual timeline for the project, helping managers to ensure tasks are planned correctly and dependencies are clearly defined. Question 11. A project manager is setting up a new construction project. To ensure effective schedule management, which techniques should be prioritized to align resources and deadlines? A earned value management EVM. B, critical path method CPM. C, program evaluation and review technique PERT. D, resource leveling. Correct answer B. Explanation. The critical path method CPM option B is a fundamental technique in project scheduling, particularly useful in construction projects. It helps the project manager identify the longest stretch of dependent activities and estimate the shortest possible project duration, focusing on tasks that cannot be delayed without affecting the project timeline. Question 12. When planning a project that involves the integration of a new IT system across multiple departments, which of the following plans should be detailed? Select 2. A scope management plan. B. Resource management plan. C. Stakeholder engagement plan. D. Procurement management plan. Correct answers B, C. Explanation. B. The resource management plan is crucial for ensuring that personnel and other resources are appropriately allocated across departments. C. The stakeholder engagement plan is essential for maintaining clear communication and managing expectations across multiple departments, facilitating smoother integration. Question 13. In a project to develop a new software platform, how should a project manager address the challenge of rapidly changing technology standards? A. Adjust the scope baseline frequently to accommodate changes. B. Implement a change control process to evaluate the impact of changes. C. Use a fixed waterfall approach to prevent scope creep. D. Limit stakeholder input to avoid unnecessary changes. Correct answer B. Explanation. Implementing a change control process option B is the best strategy for managing changes in a technology project. It allows the project manager to evaluate potential impacts and necessary adjustments methodically, ensuring that changes are beneficial and do not derail the project. Question 14. Fill in the blank. To ensure all project deliverables are aligned with the business objectives, the project manager must update the blank to define how objectives are measured and evaluated. Correct answer. Performance measurement baseline. Explanation. The performance measurement baseline is crucial for setting standards against which project performance can be measured, ensuring deliverables meet business objectives. Question 15. What planning technique is essential when a project involves multiple contractors and regulatory approvals? At Agile iteration. B. Dependency determination. C. Monte Carlo simulation. D. Stakeholder analysis. Correct answer D. Explanation. Stakeholder analysis option D is vital in projects with multiple contractors and regulatory bodies. Understanding the needs, influence, and communication requirements of these stakeholders ensures effective collaboration and compliance management. Question 16. Which risk management strategy would be most appropriate for a project in an industry with high innovation rates, such as technology startups? A. Avoidance. B. Transference. C. Mitigation. D. Acceptance. Correct answer D. Explanation. Acceptance option D is often the most practical risk management strategy in high innovation environments where rapid change is the norm and not all risks can be mitigated or avoided without stifling innovation. Question 17. You are planning a large-scale urban development project. To align with the city's long-term sustainability goals, what key performance indicator KPI should you prioritize in your project plan to monitor the project's contribution to these goals? A total project cost compared to budget. B. Amount of sustainable materials used as a percentage of total materials. C. Number of stakeholders actively engaged in the project. D. Speed of construction phases completion. Correct answer B. Explanation: the amount of sustainable materials used as a percentage of total materials, option B, is a critical KPI for projects aiming to contribute to sustainability goals. This indicator helps ensure that the project not only complies with environmental standards, but also actively contributes to reducing the environmental impact of development, aligning with broader sustainability objectives. Question 18. A project manager is in the planning phase of a technology upgrade for a financial institution. Given the high sensitivity of data involved, which action should be prioritized to safeguard against potential security breaches during the transition? A conduct a comprehensive security risk assessment. B. Increase the project communication frequency. C. Fast track the procurement process to speed up implementation. Deprioritize stakeholder meetings to discuss project impacts. Correct answer A. Explanation: conducting a comprehensive security risk assessment, option A, should be prioritized to identify potential vulnerabilities and implement necessary safeguards during a technology upgrade, especially in a sector like finance where data sensitivity is high. This step is crucial to prevent breaches and ensure that the transition does not compromise the security of the institution's data. Question 19. Fill in the blank. For a project with complex logistical operations involving global supply chains, the project manager must frequently update the blank to manage timing and resource allocation effectively. Correct answer: schedule management plan. Explanation: the schedule management plan is crucial for projects involving intricate logistics as it guides the timing and resource allocation decisions that are essential for maintaining smooth operations across global supply chains. Question 20. What is the primary purpose of conducting a stakeholder influence impact grid during the planning phase? To prioritize project risks based on probability and impact. B. To determine the budget allocations for stakeholder communications. C. To identify which stakeholders have the most influence and impact on the project's success. D. To schedule project tasks and milestones. Correct answer C. Explanation: the primary purpose of conducting a stakeholder influence impact grid, option C, is to identify which stakeholders have the most influence and impact on the project's success. This allows the project manager to strategically focus efforts on engaging and communicating with these key stakeholders effectively. Question 21. When planning a project that involves high-tech components, which tool should a project manager use to ensure a clear visualization of component dependencies and sequence of assembly? A Gantt chart. B. Network diagram. C. Scatter diagram. D. Cause and effect diagram. Correct answer B. Explanation: a network diagram, option B, is essential for visualizing dependencies and sequencing in projects involving complex assemblies. It helps in identifying the optimal order of operations and potential bottlenecks in the assembly of high-tech components. Question 22. In the planning phase of a software development project, what techniques should be used to estimate the total amount of work involved based on individual work items? A parametric estimating. B. Bottom-up estimating. C. Analogous estimating. D. Expert judgment. Correct answer B. Explanation: bottom-up estimating, option B, involves estimating the work and time involved in individual items and summing them to get a total project estimate. This method is highly accurate, especially in detailed and complex projects like software development, where various tasks may have different requirements and complexities. Question 23. A project manager needs to ensure that the project complies with both local and international environmental regulations. What type of analysis is crucial during the planning phase to identify potential environmental impacts and required actions? A cost-benefit analysis. B. Environmental impact analysis. C. Stakeholder analysis. D. SWOT analysis. Correct answer B. Explanation. Environmental impact analysis option B is critical in projects with potential significant environmental interactions. It helps project managers understand the environmental consequences of their actions and plan mitigation strategies to comply with regulations. Question 24. In managing a multinational project, what strategy should be incorporated into the communications plan to address the challenge of multiple time zones? Implement a 247 response team. B. Schedule overlapping work hours for all team meetings. C. Use asynchronous communication tools. D. Require all communications to be in real time. Correct answer C. Explanation. Using asynchronous communication tools option C is an effective strategy for managing projects across multiple time zones. It allows team members to communicate and collaborate efficiently without the need for simultaneous presence, reducing delays and enhancing productivity. Question 25. In a construction project, what method is best for planning the sequence of activities to ensure that material deliveries and labor availability are synchronized? A just-in-time delivery. B. Critical path method. C. Resource leveling. D. Lead and lag scheduling. Correct answer B. Explanation. The critical path method option B is highly effective in planning the sequence of project activities. It helps in determining the longest stretch of dependent activities and thus the minimum time needed to complete the project while ensuring synchronization of resources and timelines. Question 26. What procurement document should a project manager develop during the planning phase to solicit proposals from potential sellers? A request for information RFI. B. Request for proposal RFP. C. Purchase order PO. D. Contract agreement. Correct answer B. Explanation. A request for proposal RFP option B is used during the procurement planning phase to solicit proposals from vendors detailing the project needs and requirements. It allows potential sellers to provide bids for the required goods or services, ensuring that the project secures the most suitable offers. Question 27. Which risk response strategy involves allocating both the risk and the responsibility for managing it to a third party? A mitigation. B. Transference. C. Acceptance. D. Avoidance. Correct answer B. Explanation. Transference option B is a risk response strategy where the risk and the responsibility for managing it are transferred to a third party. This often involves using insurance, outsourcing, or partnerships, particularly useful in managing financial or operational risks. Question 28. During project planning, which quality management tool helps in identifying the relationship between factors affecting a project and its outcomes? A Pareto chart. B. Fishbone diagram. C. Control charts. D. Histogram. Correct answer B. Explanation. The fishbone diagram option B, also known as the cause and effect diagram, is crucial in quality management for identifying the root causes of quality problems. It helps in visually organizing possible causes of a problem and aids in brainstorming sessions. Question 29. In the planning phase of an educational program project, what method should a project manager use to ensure that the project's learning objectives align with key performance indicators KPIs? Develop a balanced scorecard to align strategic objectives with performance metrics. B. Use a Gantt chart to track the progress of curriculum development tasks. C. Create a risk management matrix to identify potential obstacles in achieving learning objectives. D. Conduct a needs analysis to tailor the educational content to the target audience's requirements. Correct answer A. Explanation. Developing a balanced scorecard option A is an effective method for ensuring that the project's learning objectives are clearly aligned with measurable performance metrics. This tool allows the project manager to translate strategic educational goals into a set of actionable and quantifiable performance indicators KPIs, which helps in monitoring and evaluating the success of the educational program in meeting its intended outcomes. Question 30. What planning tool should a project manager use to visualize stakeholder influence and interest in a public infrastructure project? A RASI chart. B. Stakeholder engagement assessment matrix. C. Influence interest grid. D. Power interest grid. Correct answer D. Explanation. The Power Interest Grid option D is an effective tool for visualizing the level of influence and interest each stakeholder has regarding the project. It helps the project manager to prioritize stakeholder engagement efforts based on their power and interest levels, which is crucial for managing communications and expectations in a public infrastructure project. Question 31. A project manager is planning a complex aerospace project involving components from global suppliers. What strategy should be prioritized to manage potential supply chain disruptions? Increasing inventory levels of critical components. B. Establishing backup suppliers in different geographical regions. C. Reducing project scope to minimize dependency on external suppliers. Decentralizing supplier contracts to a single region for simplicity. Correct answer B. Explanation. Establishing backup suppliers in different geographical regions option B is a critical strategy for managing potential disruptions in a complex aerospace project. This approach ensures that if one supplier faces issues, alternatives are readily available, thus maintaining project timelines and reducing risks associated with supply chain dependencies. Question 32. In planning a project to develop a new pharmaceutical drug, what techniques should be used to estimate the project timeline considering clinical trials and regulatory approval processes? Select 2. A critical path method CPM. B. Analogous estimating. C. Delphi technique. D. Monte Carlo simulation. Correct answers A, D. Explanation. The critical path method CPM helps identify the longest path of tasks and their dependencies, which is crucial for estimating the project timeline. Monte Carlo simulation provides a probabilistic analysis of potential project timelines considering the variability in clinical trials and regulatory approvals. Question 33. To ensure effective stakeholder communication during the construction of a new city park, the project manager should update the blank to specify the frequency, mode, and content of communications with city officials and the public. Correct answer, Communications Management Plan. Explanation. The Communications Management Plan is crucial in projects with significant public interest and involvement. It outlines how and when communications occur, ensuring all parties are appropriately informed and engaged throughout the project lifecycle. Question 34. During the planning phase of a renewable energy project, The project manager must ensure compliance with local and international environmental standards. Which technique is most effective for identifying potential environmental impacts and regulatory requirements? A. Environmental impact assessment. B. Root cause analysis. C. Pareto analysis. D. SWOT analysis. Correct answer A. Explanation. Environmental impact assessment option A is a systematic process to identify, predict, and evaluate potential environmental effects of proposed projects. This technique is essential for ensuring compliance with environmental standards and mitigating negative impacts. Question 35. During the planning stage of a technology upgrade project, what tool is essential for the project manager to visualize potential project scheduling challenges and resource bottlenecks? A SWOT analysis. B. Critical path method. C. Monte Carlo simulation. D. Resource histogram. Correct answer D. Explanation. A resource histogram option D is crucial for visualizing when and how resources are allocated throughout the project duration. It helps identify periods of resource over allocation or underutilization, allowing for proactive adjustments in project scheduling. Question 36. What technique should be employed during the planning phase to evaluate the feasibility and direction of a project aimed at launching a new line of eco-friendly products? A market analysis. B. Cost-benefit analysis. C. Trend analysis. D. Comparative analysis. Correct answer B. Explanation. Cost-benefit analysis option B is a fundamental technique for assessing whether a project is viable and what its potential returns might be compared to its costs. For eco-friendly products, this analysis helps ensure that the environmental benefits and potential market gains justify the project investment. Question 37. In a project to develop a new cloud-based CRM system, which areas should the quality management plan address to ensure the product meets both technical specifications and customer satisfaction? Select 2. A system uptime and reliability. B. User interface design. C. Post-launch customer support services. D. Integration with existing data systems. Correct answers A, B. Explanation. System uptime and reliability are crucial for a CRM system, affecting user satisfaction and operational efficiency. User interface design is key to customer satisfaction and usability, directly impacting how effectively users can interact with the CRM system. Question 38. In the planning phase of a project to develop a new global e-commerce platform, what is the best approach to handle the uncertainties associated with diverse international market regulations? Develop a comprehensive risk management plan focusing on regulatory compliance. B. Conduct a stakeholder analysis to understand regulatory influences. C. Perform a detailed SWOT analysis for each target market. D. Implement an agile project management framework to adapt to regulatory changes. Correct answer A. Explanation. Developing a comprehensive risk management plan focusing on regulatory compliance option A is crucial for handling uncertainties associated with diverse international market regulations. This plan helps identify potential regulatory risks, assess their impact, and develop mitigation strategies, ensuring the project adheres to all relevant legal requirements. Question 39. You are planning a project to implement a new ERP system across several international branches of your organization. To ensure that the project complies with various local laws and regulations, which planning activity is crucial? Develop a comprehensive compliance checklist for each country. B. Establish a single global standard for all branches to follow. C. Focus on the headquarters regulations and assume they cover all. D. Rely on post-implementation audits to identify non-compliance issues. Correct answer A. Explanation: developing a comprehensive compliance checklist for each country option. A is crucial to ensure that the ERP implementation meets the legal and regulatory requirements of each region. This proactive approach helps in identifying and addressing compliance issues early in the project. Question 40. In the planning phase of a project to create a new high-speed rail line, the project manager identifies that the project might face significant resistance from local communities. Which strategy should the project manager prioritize to address this challenge? Develop a robust stakeholder engagement plan that includes community outreach programs. B. Focus on the technical aspects of the project and assume resistance will decrease over time. C. Accelerate project timelines to complete before opposition can organize. D. Limit the release of project information to avoid drawing attention. Correct answer A. Explanation: developing a robust stakeholder engagement plan that includes community outreach programs. Option A is essential for addressing potential resistance from local communities. Engaging with the community early and frequently helps in building trust, understanding concerns, and fostering support for the project. Question 41. You are managing a project to upgrade the infrastructure of a multinational corporation. During the planning phase, you realize that the project timeline could be significantly affected by delays in obtaining approvals from multiple countries. What planning technique should you use to address this issue? Develop a detailed Gantt chart to visualize task dependencies. B. Perform a schedule risk analysis using Monte Carlo simulation. C. Create a responsibility assignment matrix RAM to clarify approval responsibilities. D. Implement a fast tracking strategy to parallelize tasks. Correct answer B. Explanation: performing a schedule risk analysis using Monte Carlo simulation. Option B allows the project manager to assess the impact of potential delays in obtaining approvals and understand the probability of various project timelines, helping in making informed decisions to mitigate these risks. Question 42. In a project to develop a new AI-powered financial analytics tool, which aspects should be included in the project's scope baseline to ensure all stakeholder requirements are met? Select 2. A detailed feature specifications for the analytics tool. B. Training programs for end users. C. Ongoing maintenance costs. D. Marketing strategy for product launch. Correct answers A, B. Explanation: detailed feature specifications for the analytics tool ensure that the tool meets all technical and functional requirements. Training programs for end users ensure that stakeholders can effectively use the new tool, fulfilling part of the project's deliverables. Question 43. Fill in the blank. To ensure that the project team understands the sequence of activities and the dependencies between them, the project manager should develop a blank during the planning phase. Correct answer: network diagram. Explanation: a network diagram is a visual representation of the project's activities and their interdependencies. It helps the project team understand the sequence of tasks, critical paths, and potential bottlenecks. Question 44. You are planning a project to develop a new public transportation system in a metropolitan area. To manage community concerns and regulatory requirements, which stakeholder engagement technique should you prioritize? A public hearings and community meetings. B. One-on-one interviews with key stakeholders. C. Online surveys to gather broad feedback. D. Focus groups with select community leaders. Correct answer A. Explanation: public hearings and community meetings option A are essential for managing community concerns and regulatory requirements in public transportation projects. These forums provide transparency, allow for public input, and help build community support. Question 45. In planning a project to implement a new customer relationship management CRM system, which method is most effective for defining and managing stakeholder requirements? A joint application development JAD sessions. B. Delphi technique. C. Fishbone diagram. D. Root cause analysis. Correct answer A. Explanation: joint application development JAD sessions option involve collaborative workshops where stakeholders and developers work together to define and refine requirements. This method is highly effective for ensuring that stakeholder needs are accurately captured and addressed in the project plan. Question 46. A project manager is planning the development of a new mobile application. Which techniques should be used to estimate the project's cost and ensure accurate budgeting? Select 2. A bottom-up estimating. B. Analogous estimating. C. PERT analysis. D. Monte Carlo simulation. Correct answers A, B. Explanation: bottom up estimating involves detailed cost estimation for each component of the project, providing a highly accurate budget. Analogous estimating uses historical data from similar projects to estimate costs, offering a quick and often reasonably accurate budget estimation method. Question 47. During the planning phase of a global marketing campaign, the project manager needs to ensure that all team members across different regions have a clear understanding of their roles and responsibilities. What tools should be utilized? A RASI chart. B. SWOT analysis. C. PERT chart. D. flowchart. Correct answer A. Explanation: a RASI chart option clearly defines who is responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed for each task. This tool is essential for ensuring that all team members understand their roles and responsibilities, especially in a globally distributed team. Question 48. Fill in the blank. To evaluate the potential financial impact of risks identified during the planning phase of a project, the project manager should use blank to simulate various risk scenarios and their possible outcomes. Correct answer: Monte Carlo simulation. Explanation: Monte Carlo simulation is used to assess the financial impact of risks by simulating various scenarios and calculating their potential outcomes. This technique helps in making informed decisions about risk mitigation and management. Question 49. A project manager is planning a major product launch that requires coordination with marketing, sales, and supply chain departments. To ensure alignment and avoid delays, which planning tool should be employed? A detailed project schedule. B. Project charter. C. Risk register. D. Work breakdown structure WBS. Correct answer A. Explanation: a detailed project schedule option is essential for coordinating activities across multiple departments. It ensures that all tasks are aligned, dependencies are managed, and deadlines are met, helping to avoid delays in a complex cross-departmental project. Question 50. In planning a project to build a new hospital, which quality planning tools should the project manager use to ensure that the project meets medical standards and regulations? Select 2. A quality function deployment QFD. B. Design of experiments DO. C. Control charts. D. Benchmarking. Correct answers A, D. Explanation. Quality Function Deployment QFD helps in translating customer requirements, including regulatory standards, into technical specifications, ensuring that the project meets the necessary quality standards. Benchmarking involves comparing the project's practices and standards to those of leading organizations, ensuring that the project meets or exceeds industry standards and regulations. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more helpful exam practice questions just like these.